In this video, I'm going to go over all the insulation techniques that we use in order to keep this place warm. Some of these are going to be super surprising, and some of them quite obvious. So stick around to see. And if you're new, go ahead and subscribe. This is an awesome channel. Alright, let's get into it. The first insulation technique I want to talk about is bubble wrap insulation. This is a pretty common insulation, and majority of people use it just because it's cheap, easy to roll out, and definitely we agree. We have quite a bit of the bubble wrap insulation all around this man cave. Some of it you can see right behind me. We have it on ceilings and walls. Basically, any place we can put it, we'll put it. It provides a good source of insulation in the past and definitely can keep things warm. You just have to make sure that you have all the cracks and any little area where potentially cold air could come in. You want to make sure it's sealed. A good way to do that is you can use aluminum tape or insulation tape. We've done that in the past and it works great. So if you're going to use bubble wrap insulation, I really recommend looking into that type of tape because it just works like a charm. The next one is kind of unexpected. It's carpet. If you can't tell, we have this place full of carpet. Carpet is one of those unique insulators that when you find out that it works, you're surprised. And that's why we have it everywhere. It basically just adds heat mass, which is important. Which means when you heat it up, it will stay heated up for a while because it has a bunch of mass to it. And when you add like 100 pounds, 200 pounds, 300 pounds of heat mass, that can last a long time. Again, you just have to make sure that there's no cracks. Otherwise, it doesn't matter what insulation you have, you won't stay warm. Another unexpected one is tarps. Tarps are notoriously good at making people overheat. If you've ever been under a tarp, you would know what I mean. Tarps really do hold in their insulation. And we have this place full of tarps, all on the outside and even in the inside. And it definitely works. So if you're wanting a way to insulate something, just know that tarps absolutely work. They work fantastically. Alright, let's go to the next one. Another one that is also very important, and you may not know about as much, is wood. This one's kind of secret. Insulation is really just about layers. The more layers you have of something, the more insulated you're going to be. In this case, we have a roof that is 3 inches thick of just wood. So it's kind of hard to explain this. So basically you see this 2x4, there is a plywood sheet right above it, okay? Right above that 2x4. Then there's plywood sheet. It basically just goes like this. So 3 inches, and then dirt. Like, that is how thick all this stuff is. It's just thick. It also makes your place practically indestructible from anything on the outside. For instance, this place could probably survive like a EF3, EF4 tornado. Mainly due to something else, but also due to the amount of weight this has due to wood and how deep it is in the ground, which is something I'm going to go to next. So the most important thing to remember about insulation is that if you want to keep a place insulated, the best thing you can do is move underground. When you move underground, you are essentially getting the heat from the earth. And essentially you're building a layer between the outside and the inside. Of course, extending out from that, it's also just a thick layer of dirt. Feet and feet of dirt. Like, the wall ends like right there, and all this is dirt that's just been added on. Same for this side. Look how much dirt that is. all dirted. I'll show you from over there. All of this is just straight up dirted. Perfect insulation barrier. Also, this is just for some context for scale. If you saw me in the thumbnail, you'd know that that trapdoor is pretty huge. So we've moved tens of thousands of pounds of dirt all on this one place. That is how much dirt we're talking here. And it's kept it insulated perfectly. Once the winter rolls around, we're gonna see how well it really does. And just for some context, this is our old base, the cellar, and it did keep us warm during the winter, but it didn't really have that much dirt on top of it and around it. This place, on the other hand, has tons of dirt. Feet of dirt in all directions. This place is gonna do well in the winter. Place your bets. How well do you think this place is gonna do during the winter? I wanna see it. Place your bets in the comments. Do you think it'll stay like in the 40-degree temperature in the winter? Or maybe it'll be lower or higher? I wanna see it. Even just me filming this video right now, I'm already pretty warm. So it can definitely stay warm in here. Unfortunately, this may attract animals that want to try to live in here. But that's why you have to properly seal a trapdoor. Just like on a house, you want to make sure all your entrances and exits, all the points where anything can come in or out, you want to make sure it's sealed. Well, that was it for today's video. Hopefully you all enjoyed. I don't really have much else to say other than that this channel has sort of been on the rise recently. And I can't thank you all enough. So with that, have a great day.